Hey, boys and girls. So before we get started, I just want to give a shout out to King for doing some awesome work. He drew pictures of the United States symbols, the bell, the flag, and the bald eagle, and he also wrote a sentence about them. Now, boys and girls, if you want a shout out in these videos, please send us your work and we will add them to our videos. Great job, King. We're so proud of you. Hello, boys and girls of Buena Vista Elementary. It's Miss Cisco here, and Miss Graham is also on this video, and we are going to be reviewing some of the awesome things that we learned about this week. So, I want you to think about the first story that we read on Monday. It was called, What Do a Flag, a Bell, and an Eagle Have in Common? Remember, when we were reading this story, we were thinking about what the main idea and the details were of the story. Did you figure out the main idea of our story? If you said it's that the flag, the bell, and the eagle are all symbols of the United States, you are correct. And remember, think back to some of the important details that you remembered that help you support the main idea. All right. Great job in figuring out the main idea and details of a story this week, boys and girls.
Okay, so now let's think back to the story we read about Grace. Let's walk through the 5 W's to help us find out the main idea of her story. So remember, all good stories answer these 5 W questions. The first one, who? Who were those characters in the story? Did you say Grace and her family? You'd be correct. The next one is what? What happened in the story? What happened in the beginning, the middle, and the end? So the plot. In the beginning of the story, they decided they would go take a picnic. When they got there in the middle, they discovered ants were on their basket. But the food was safe because they kept it in bags. And at the end, Grace decided to go share some of her food with the ants. The next finger is when. When did this story take place? Our story told us that this story took place last summer. Next one is where. The location or the place of the story. If we look back in our story, it tells us that this story took place by the river. And our last one is why. Why did the character do that? So if you remember the end of the story, Grace went back and gave the ant some of her food. Why did she do that? What do you think? The story told us that she shared her food because she thinks ants are cool when they're not crawling on their basket. Great job answering the 5 W's of Grace's story. Now, here are the answers to our question. Miss Cisco's going to go over them with you.
All right, boys and girls, remember Miss Graham gave you these questions to answer from our skills story on Wednesday. So, number 1 was what was in the picnic basket? The answer is right here for you. And the answer for all 4 of these questions are right here for you. So I want you to pause this video, go back, get your work that you worked on so hard answering these questions, and I want you to get that work and look at this video and see and check your work. So make sure that you have a capital letter at the beginning of all your sentences and a period at the end of all your sentences, and make sure you get those details in your sentences. All right, boys and girls, we are so proud of you. You did awesome work this week. We are so glad that you tuned in to learn with us.
So now we want you to log into your iReady account and complete a lesson. And if you need help with your login information, please reach out to Mrs. Cisco or I to receive your information to help you log in. We can't wait to see you again next week.